Today, when you wake up, allow yourself to open your soul to the presence of God. It doesn't matter the load you carry, nor the doubts that overwhelm you. You may find yourself in a moment where the path seems uncertain, where you wonder if you should continue or let go of what you have in your hands. Maybe love is in crisis, or maybe there is something in your relationship that makes you feel like the end is closer than the beginning. You know something is wrong, but you can't determine if it's time to give up, take a step back, or move forward with what you have. There are decisions that are not easy. The heart and mind seem to be at odds, and silence weighs more than words, as if everything around you was on pause and you, searching for answers in the noise of your thoughts, couldn't find clarity. Deep down, you ask yourself, should I still be here? Is this worth continuing to fight for? Doubts are natural, but the important thing is that in the midst of uncertainty, there is something that never changes. God sees you, He knows you, and He knows what is in your heart. What seems confusing and disconcerting to you, He has already contemplated and has the path laid out for you. Sometimes the paths of love and relationships are not what we imagine. They are not always linear or simple. Love, like life, has its ups and downs, its moments of joy and its moments of suffering. But even when you feel like you no longer know what to do, that everything is out of place, remember that the Lord does not abandon you. He is with you at all times and offers you the guidance you so need, even if you don't always see it clearly. He has the power to show you the way, to transform your uncertainty into firm hope, to restore peace in your heart. It is likely that life has taken you down complicated paths, where you have found yourself trapped in intense emotions or in relationships that have left you hurt. Perhaps you have felt alone, or perhaps you have wondered if you will ever see a future full of peace and true love. No matter how many times you have fallen, or how deep the scars you have accumulated, the Lord can restore your heart. He can heal everything that seems irrecoverable. Even in the midst of the emotional storm, He is the refuge, the firm rock that does not move. Today, if you feel lost in a sea of doubts, remember that He is your lighthouse. The path may be cloudy, but God illuminates every step you take, even if sometimes you don't see it right away. He knows what you have inside. Know your desire to love, to be loved, and to find the peace you so long for. And in this moment, when you feel the emotional storm dragging you down, He offers you direction, invites you to walk with Him in the midst of the darkness, to trust His will. Don't rush. Don't make hasty decisions. Simply seek His peace. You may be full of doubts about whether to continue in your relationship, about whether to continue fighting for what you have invested. But the moment you surrender in prayer, asking for divine guidance, something within you begins to calm. God will show you what is best for you, and you will not have to make decisions alone. Even if your mind is full of confusion, He can bring clarity to your soul, peace to your heart, and wisdom to your thoughts. God will not leave you alone in your decisions. He is present and willing to help you. You just have to trust Him. God's word tells us that in Him we find comfort and direction. We are not alone in our emotional dilemmas. He is the one who knows the depths of our hearts and knows what is best for us, even when we ourselves do not understand it. When you don't know what to do, when everything seems uncertain, He can be your guide. Today, invite God into your life. Ask Him for wisdom, ask Him for peace. You don't have to have all the answers right now. You just need to trust Him and know that His plan for you is good, it is perfect, and it is eternal. He will not ask you to make decisions without Him, but He will always be there to guide you, to give you the peace that passes all understanding. Now, maybe you are in the middle of a complicated relationship or facing a situation where you don't know if you should move on or leave it all behind. You may feel that love has cooled, that understanding has been lost, and that distance has been established between you and that person. But today, in this moment, remember that love is a gift from God. He can restore even the most broken hearts. He can renew what seems unrecoverable. It is not your strength, it is not your wisdom that will solve everything. It is God's will, and if you trust Him, He will show you the way. You don't have to have all the answers right now. Don't rush into making decisions. God knows what is best for you, and He has a purpose in your life. If you trust Him, you will know that He is guiding every step you take. Life is not always easy. Love is not always simple. But God gives you the strength to face everything that comes, and if you surrender to Him, you will see how He transforms you, restores you, and guides you in the right direction. Although now you feel like everything is in doubt, remember that He never abandons you, and His love for you is eternal. Today, give your worries to God. Let Him take care of every uncertainty. Allow Him to touch your life, your heart, and your relationship. You are not alone on this journey. He is with you, and He will show you the path that will bring you peace and restoration. Today, on this new day, it is important that you take a moment to breathe deeply, to breathe the air of God's peace, which is closer than you imagine. At this moment, as the sun begins to raise its rays, let us remember that the love, peace, and tranquility that we seek so much come from something much bigger than ourselves. If you are here, hearing these words, it is not by chance. It's because something inside you is asking for help. Something inside you knows that there is more than what you see. And that's what I want you to remember today. There is more, much more, than what your eyes can see right now. There is a divine force working in you, guiding you even if you don't always understand it. Maybe you find yourself in a relationship that makes you feel like you're not moving forward, like you're drowning in a sea of questions with no clear answers. Should I continue? Is this what I really want? Am I being honest with myself and the other person? These are valid questions. And what is even more valid is that you seek answers. And on that journey, remember that you are not alone. God, the creator of true love, holds the key to the answers your soul seeks. He wants to see you free from confusion, free from the doubts that bind you. Today is the time to open your heart, to make space to hear His voice in the midst of chaos. When you don't know what to do, it is in that silence where divine guidance can enter. It's difficult, I know. No one wants to face uncertainty or the feeling of being lost. But what you are experiencing now does not define your destiny. It does not define what is to come. Trials and difficulties in relationships are common, but they are never definitive. No one is exempt from those difficult times. But we can all trust that even in the darkest moments, God has a purpose. He uses every situation to build our character, to teach us about patience, compassion, and above all, about true love. If you're going through a trial in your relationship, whether it is in love as a couple, in the family, or even with friends, remember that these are opportunities to grow, to deepen your faith and your understanding of what really matters. Perhaps you think that what you feel is too big to be understood, or that your doubts and fears are so deep that no one could understand them. But today, I want you to know that God understands everything you have inside. He knows those hidden wounds, those unexpressed feelings, those moments of doubt that you keep deep within your being. He doesn't ask you to be perfect. He just asks you to trust, to give your burdens to Him. Because what He has for you is better than you could imagine. And even though you don't see it right now, He is working in your life in a way that surpasses everything you can understand. When you surrender, when you ask Him to guide you, He will do it. And sometimes that guidance comes in subtle moments, in a whisper, in a smile, in a sense of unexpected peace. Everything has a purpose. Think about the love you have experienced in your life. I'm not just talking about romantic love, but about love in all its forms. The love of a faithful friend, the love of a mother, the love of a family that supports you. That love has shown you what it means to be seen and accepted, even with your imperfections. Now imagine that love being amplified infinitely, far beyond what you have ever experienced. That love is the love of God, and that love is what wants to guide you now. If you feel like the relationship you're in has grown cold, or if you're wondering whether you should stay in it, I want you to know that God's love can revive it again. It can renew hope, trust, and connection if both are willing to open themselves to Him, to allow His love to transform what seemed lost. You may be struggling right now in your heart with the question of whether it is worth pursuing, whether your relationship is truly aligned with what God wants for you. You may feel caught between what you feel, what you see, and what you know is right. In these times of confusion, clarity comes through prayer. Prayer is not just an act of asking, it is an act of surrender, of surrendering our concerns to God. It's not about having all the answers at that precise moment, but about trusting that He will provide them when the time is right. Sometimes the answer comes as a feeling of peace that washes over you, and other times it comes as a truth that is difficult to accept, but necessary for growth. What you need to know today is that your soul is being formed, and God is leading you toward a future full of hope and light. In the midst of the emotional storm, when you feel like you can't take it anymore, remember that your emotions are not your enemies. God has given you that ability to feel so that you can connect with Him and with others. Sometimes, our deepest feelings are the keys that open us to transformation. If you feel vulnerable today, if your emotions are on edge, it is a reminder that you are being processed for something bigger. It may be difficult, but it is in those moments when we can learn the most, when we can draw closer to God and allow Him to transform our lives from within. Today, do not hide from your emotions, but rather place them in God's hands and allow Him to use them to bring you closer to His love. Maybe you're wondering how to move forward, what steps to take, and if there is a definitive answer for your situation. The answer is this: the first step is to trust. The first step is to surrender to God and ask Him to show you the way. He will not leave you in the dark. He is your light, He is your guide, and He will lead you on the right path. When you don't know what to do, don't make decisions out of fear or confusion. Sit quietly, pray, and open your heart to Him. God will not fail you. He has a perfect plan for you and your relationship. You just have to trust and walk towards Him, knowing that His love is eternal and that in His time everything will be resolved. If these words touched your heart today, I want to invite you to share your experience with us in the comments. Sometimes sharing our doubts and moments of struggle can be a great relief to others who are going through the same thing. If you haven't subscribed yet, I want to invite you to join our community, because each week we bring more prayers, reflections, and advice that may be just what you need right now. We are here to support each other. Let us know what you think and share your journey of faith and love with us. Now, when you open your eyes to this new day, it is as if a fresh opportunity is waiting for you at the door. The sun rises slowly, and although each day may seem the same, I invite you to think that today there is something new on your path, something that God has reserved especially for you. Maybe you think that the routine of each morning is what awaits you, but I want you to know that deep in your soul there is a divine spark waiting to be ignited. Just being here, breathing, listening, feeling is a blessing. And no matter what you have experienced until now, God is not done with you. Every day is a new opportunity to open your heart and allow Him to enter your life in a deeper way, in a way that transforms you. Today, as you reflect on your relationship, on that special person who is with you, or on what you have inside of you that you have not yet shared with others, I want you to remember that what you experience is not just a moment, but a divine lesson. Relationships are not just bonds we form with others. They are paths to healing. And sometimes it is necessary to go through difficult times for your soul to be purified, for your heart to learn what it really means to love, what it means to be vulnerable. If you are experiencing difficulties in your relationship, if you don't know if you should continue or let go, I want you to know that the answer always lies in divine guidance. In those moments of doubt, when you feel like you don't know where to walk, God is with you, showing you the path you should follow. It is normal to feel insecure, and even more so when we face situations that we cannot control. True love is not always what we imagine in our minds. Many times, it is a daily battle of understanding, patience, and mutual growth. No one is exempt from facing the ups and downs of life as a couple, and if you find yourself in a stage of indecision, I want you to think that what you feel now is part of the process. It is not a sign that something is wrong, but rather a reflection of what needs to be healed. God is helping you discover the deepest layers of yourself, of what you really want, of what really makes you feel complete. Sometimes, in the midst of confusion, in the midst of tears or silence, we forget that we are not made to be alone. No matter how many times you have been hurt or how many times you have felt misunderstood, you are not alone. God has created each of us with the deep desire to be connected, to be loved, and to share our love. If at this moment you feel that something is missing, that there is a void in your heart that cannot be filled with anything material, I invite you to look within. That emptiness is God's invitation to get closer to Him, to seek His love and wisdom. In His presence, everything you feel will find its place, its answer, its purpose. It is possible that today you find yourself at a breaking point, where emotions are running high, and you don't know if the decisions you make will be the right ones. When these types of moments arise, there is tremendous power in stillness, in reflection. In those moments, you don't have to rush, you don't have to make decisions right away. If you feel caught between love and confusion, take a step back and breathe deeply. Pray to God, ask Him for direction, and make space for Him to be heard. Remember that your heart and emotions are valuable. God created them for a purpose. You don't have to dismiss or ignore them. He speaks to you through them, but you need the space to hear His voice, to allow Him to speak to you in the midst of your turbulent thoughts. Did you know that the relationships that challenge us the most are often the ones that teach us the most? They teach us about the importance of communication, about patience, about how to learn to see others with the eyes of God, with compassion. And although it is not always easy, even in difficult times, God invites you to grow. If you are in a relationship that is making you feel lost, that is making you question your place in the world, trust that everything you are experiencing can serve to bring you closer to Him. The answers may not be immediate, but if you give yourself in prayer and faith, everything has its time. And in that time, God will show you what you need to know. Sometimes, it doesn't matter how much advice you get. It doesn't matter how many people tell you what to do. Only you know what is in your heart. Only you know what you really feel. And while other people may have good intentions when advising you, what really matters is that you find peace within yourself. That peace can only come from a genuine relationship with God, from a deep connection with His love. If you're in a relationship that makes you constantly question whether it's the right path, don't feel bad. Each of us goes through moments of doubt, but the important thing is that you do not make hasty decisions, but that you listen to the whisper of God in your life, in your heart. He will give you the clarity you need. Today, by being here, by hearing these words, you are taking an important step. You are looking for the right direction. You are looking for peace in the midst of the storm. If right now you don't know what to do, I want you to trust that what God has for you is good. It is perfect. He wants you to be happy, to live a life full of true love, healthy relationships, and spiritual growth. And whether that means following or letting go, the important thing is that you do it with His direction, with His guidance. Don't forget that, although sometimes decisions may seem difficult, there is always room for peace. In the midst of chaos, God can bring calm. In the midst of confusion, He can bring you clarity. And when you don't know what to do, the wisest thing you can do is wait, pray, and trust. He won't let you walk alone. Today, when you wake up, you find your heart full of questions and perhaps uncertainty. Sometimes life takes us down paths where we don't know if what we are doing is the right thing. We find ourselves wondering if we should move on, if what we feel is true, or if, perhaps, it is just an illusion. This is a human feeling, something we all deal with at some point. But I want to remind you of something very important. Uncertainty is not the end of the road, but rather an invitation to trust more deeply in God. When you look around you, it is easy to see the difficulties, challenges, and differences in relationships, in your family, in your partner, or in yourself. Maybe you have felt misunderstood. Maybe you feel that everything you have given has not been received in the way you expected. It can be painful, and I understand that. But today I invite you to look beyond the circumstances, beyond the immediate. God is working in your life at this very moment. Even if you don't see all the answers, even if you don't fully understand what is happening, He is there, guiding every step, preparing the way, opening doors that you may not have imagined. The peace you seek so much is within you, and with each prayer, with each moment of reflection, that peace will grow more and more. Maybe today you feel that something is breaking, or that something inside you no longer fits. It's normal. Relationships, whether as a couple, family, or friendship, have their ups and downs. But I want you to know that these difficulties are not signs that all is lost. They are opportunities for you to grow, for you to heal, for you to learn to love more deeply. When God calls us to walk an uncertain path, He does not leave us helpless. No matter what you have experienced, no matter what you have suffered, He knows what is in your heart, and most importantly, He knows what you need. So when the road gets difficult, when the decisions seem complicated, remember that God is in control. And if today you are doubting whether you should stay in a relationship, if what you are experiencing is what you really want, or if you should let it go, I want you to listen carefully. God does not want you to live in fear. He wants you to walk in faith, to trust in His guidance, in His direction. The answer is not always clear immediately, but if you allow yourself to walk in trust, if you allow yourself to be open to His voice, I assure you that the answer will come at just the right time. You don't have to rush. God will not let you make decisions that you will regret later. It is true that relationships are not easy. Vulnerability, true love, requires courage. They require you to show yourself as you are, to expose yourself, to risk being hurt for love sometimes. But that vulnerability is what connects you with others, with true intimacy, with genuine love. And if you feel like that connection is being tested, if you feel lost, if you don't know how to move on, I want you to remember this. God is guiding you toward a love that completes you, that elevates you, that makes you grow. Don't be discouraged if everything seems confusing now. Everything has a purpose. Today, as you reflect on your life, on your relationships, on your future, I want you to let go of external pressures. You don't have to compare yourself to others. You don't have to conform to what the world tells you should be. True love is not something that is imposed from outside. It is something that grows within you, something that flows from the heart when you surrender to God. And I want you to know that in the end, the love that matters most is the love of God, because He is the one who gives you your true value, who knows you better than anyone, and who tells you you are enough. Sometimes when we are in a difficult relationship, we feel that we are not what the other person needs. We think that we must change, that we must be different. But I want you to remember that you don't have to change who you are to be loved. God created you perfect in His way. And when you find someone who loves you the same way God loves you, you realize that there is no need to pretend to be someone else. Authenticity is what truly connects. It is what strengthens relationships, because vulnerability is where we really find ourselves. In that vulnerability, we find full acceptance, which is the basis of any true love. If you are facing a relationship that is leading you to feel like you are not enough, I want you to stop for a moment and think about what you really need. Is it true love you seek, or validation from the wrong source? Don't look for your identity in what others think of you, but in what God thinks of you. He has called you to be loved, to be embraced just as you are. And when you find someone who loves you from that truth, there is nothing to fear. Everything else will fall into place. In every relationship you have, whether with your partner, your family, or your friends, there is an opportunity for growth, an opportunity for God's love to shine through you. The healthiest relationships are those where both allow each other to be vulnerable, where both can grow together, learn together, and love each other without fear. If you find yourself in a relationship that doesn't allow you to be yourself, that makes you feel small or insecure, God wants you to know that there is something better waiting for you. Don't settle for less than what you deserve. Lastly, I want you to know that although life may seem uncertain, God has a purpose for everything you are experiencing. The decisions you make, the relationships you form, everything is being woven by His loving hand. If at any time you feel like everything is falling apart, that things don't make sense, trust that God is by your side. He is doing something new in you, in your life, in your heart. This is just the beginning of something beautiful He has in store for you. If right now you feel like something has touched your soul, if these words have given you peace or helped you see things in a different way, I would love for you to share it in the comments. Your story can be the light someone else needs. If you are not yet subscribed, I invite you to do so. This is a space where we are learning to love each other more, to grow together, and to walk in the direction of God. Don't forget to leave your comment, share your experience, and suggest topics for future videos. Also, if you feel it in your heart to do so, you can leave a super chat or a well worth it to support this channel and help us bring these words of hope to more people around the world. May God bless you deeply, and remember, you are never alone on this journey.